Hello, and welcome to VB 411. I'm your host, Miz Information, the know-it-all in City Hall, back again, bringing truth and clarity to misconceptions and rumors. Next stop, stormwater infrastructure. Virginia Beach, as its name would imply, is next to the ocean. This means whenever we get a significant rainfall, the inland waters rise. Most of the time, our existing system can handle the water, but when we get a lot of rain or even a hurricane, the amount of water exceeds the capacity of the system. Add to that the increasing threat from the rising sea level, and it means more places are at risk. Virginia Beach is committed to improving and expanding our stormwater infrastructure to combat the impact of a 100-year flood. That is a once-in-a-century event. About $320 million was approved for stormwater projects last fiscal year, with more planned in the coming years. In fact, over the next 6 years, spending to address stormwater projects is projected to be greater than any other capital improvement category, including roads and tourism-related investment. But let's address a couple of key concerns we often hear. Why can't you just fix my neighborhood? And why do these projects take so long? There are 31 watersheds in Virginia Beach, all of which are interconnected either naturally or by man-made means or a combination of the two. When you talk about an individual neighborhood having stormwater issues, you have to realize it's part of a larger system. Now, some projects, such as Sherwood Lakes, are comparatively easier to fix than others, like Windsor Woods or Princess Anne Plaza. The city can tackle these faster since they don't have much of an impact on a major project, but will improve an area's resiliency to flooding. However, for the majority, unfortunately, it's not simply a matter of putting a bigger pipe in the ground. The water has to go somewhere, and that somewhere is either into a nearby storage pond or downstream into another watershed, which means someone else's neighborhood. For example, the pump being considered for Windsor Woods will move 7,000 gallons per second when complete. I mean, that's enough water to fill a small swimming pool every second. That pumped water goes into the Lynnhaven River and eventually to the ocean. Before doing any construction, the city has to determine how any changes will impact neighboring watersheds. Now, that requires scientific modeling and engineering studies. Once the engineers determine the best course of action, the necessary state and federal environmental permits have to be granted, and residents are invited to weigh in with their concerns. Just those pieces of the puzzle can take up to 2 years. And that brings me to the second concern. Why does it take so long? Now, when the city says that it has a 15-year plan to address stormwater, that doesn't mean the work starts in 15 years. It means the work on all of the many projects in the program will take that long to complete. Not all projects will take 15 years, and residents will begin to see improvements as the projects move forward. Now, typically, neighborhood projects have to be done in 1,000-foot increments. One of the reasons? To reduce the impact and inconvenience to the people who live in those neighborhoods. I mean, just imagine if we went in and tore up an entire subdivision. Sure, the work would go faster, but anyone who lives there wouldn't be able to get to their home for a better part of a year. And that's not a workable solution. For more information about stormwater infrastructure and improvement projects, please visit www.vbgov.com/VB411. In today's Beach Bucket segment, yes, from Twitter. On April 25th, a user posted a thread alleging an encounter with local law enforcement. She began with, "How my boyfriend got pulled over by the police for giving a beggar at 7-Eleven change." Now, before I get started, I do want to make it clear that the Virginia Beach Police Department and Sheriff's Office opened an investigation when they learned about the series of tweets. They could find no record of a traffic stop as described by the poster. There are a number of claims made in the post that just don't add up. For example, she claims her boyfriend left Norfolk for Newport News at 10:30 p.m. on April 24th to drop a friend off at the airport, but the last flight left at 8:05. Second, she claims that Sheriff Smith pulled up after her boyfriend was pulled over by VBPD in Virginia Beach. The sheriff's office does not provide traffic patrol services in Virginia Beach. And the sheriff in Virginia Beach is Ken Stolley, not Smith. In fact, there's no Sheriff Smith in any Hampton Roads jurisdiction. There are 2 deputy sheriffs in Virginia Beach named Smith. However, one was out of town when this supposedly took place, and the other was off duty. The poster said that she was going to look for her boyfriend in Chesapeake after he was allegedly pulled over in Virginia Beach. All of this to say, allegations of police misconduct are serious, and the Virginia Beach Police Department takes them seriously. In fact, VBPD, along with neighboring agencies, began investigating immediately upon learning of it. Repeated attempts to contact the author of the tweet have gone unanswered. Even though law enforcement agencies responded the same day that there was no truth to the story, thousands of comments in support of the original poster had already been shared. So if you see anything about this, you'll have the facts. For more information about VBPD's Professional Standards Division and the Police Department, please visit www.vbgov.com/police. And now, you're in the know. Thanks for joining me this week. And as always, if there's a topic you'd like me to consider for a future episode, send me an email at mizinfo@vbgov.com. See you next time.